hydrocarbons లో saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons, aromatic hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons అనేటివి ఆల్కేన్లు మాత్రమే. ఆల్కేన్లు saturated hydrocarbons. Alkanes are saturated open chain hydrocarbons containing the carbon single bonds. Its general formula CnH2n+2. Methane CH4 is the first member of this family. These hydrocarbons are most inert under the normal condition. They do not react acids, bases and other reagents. They are rarely known as paraffins. Every carbon atom involved in the sp3 hybridization and the 109 degrees 28 minutes and hydrogen carbon H bond, all are H bonds or angles are 109 degrees 28 minutes. This is the structure of methane. The nomenclature of the alkanes: CH4 is the meth, suffix is the ane, methane. So 2 eth plus ane, ethane, pro plus ane, propane, but plus ane, butane. So some of the compounds given here. So what is the nomenclature rules we have discussed in previous manner. Just you have to give the name and give the IUPAC name of the compound. So next, preparation methods of alkanes. Ethane from unsaturated hydrocarbons or Sabatier-Sanders reduction reagent, and a large scale of alkanes prepared by the nickel platinum catalytic hydrogenation of ethylene and ethane. So alkene and alkyne la nundi మనము ఆల్కేన్ తయారు చేయట. సో ఈథిలీన్ రియాక్ట్ విత్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఇన్ ప్రజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ నికెల్ ప్లాటినం ఎలక్ట్రోడ్, నికెల్ ప్లాటినం catalyst, that is the so ethane formation. Propane taking the 2 moles of hydrogen taken, that is the nickel or platinum or palladium catalyst. So formation of propane. So this is the propane react with this is the what is the compound and a question mark ఇచ్చిండు. You have to identify that one. From alkyl halides are expected chlorides on the reduction with the zinc and dilute HCl give the alkanes. So here methyl chloride ni zinc HCl తోటి ఇచ్చారు. ఏం ఇస్తానంటే మిథేన్ క్లోరోఈథేన్ ZnHCl సమక్షంలో మనకు ఆల్కేన్స్ కూడా వస్తాయి. So Urju reaction, most important reaction. Alkyl halide are treated with the sodium metal in presence of dry ether solution give the higher alkanes. This reaction is known as Urju reaction. So methyl bromide 2 moles తీసుకుంటే sodium metal 20 in presence of dry ether చేస్తే even number of alkanes అనేది formation అవుతుంది. So next we are going to discussion of decarboxylation by heating of sodium propanoid with soda lime. Soda lime mixture is the NaOH plus CaO. So decarboxylation means minus CO2 elimination. This process of elimination of carbon dioxide from the carboxylic acid is known as decarboxylation. Sodium salts of carboxylic acids are heating with the sodium gives the alkanes. This process of elimination of CO2 from the carboxylic acid is known as decarboxylation. Cold-based reaction. The ethane is obtained by the electrolysis of aqueous sodium potassium acetate solution. సో యానోడ్ వద్ద మనకు ఆల్కేన్స్ వస్తాయి, క్యాథోడ్ వద్ద హైడ్రోజన్ అండ్ కాస్టిక్ సోడా అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది. సో ఎట్లా ఏర్పడుతుంది అనేది కింద చూసినాం చూడండి. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫిజికల్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్కేన్స్. ఆల్కేన్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ నాన్ పోలార్ మాలిక్యూల్ గివ్ ద alkanes from the C1 to C4, that is the gases. From the first to 4 C1 to C4 gases, C5 to C7 alkanes are liquids, C18 carbon atoms more solids. Petrol is a mixture of hydrocarbons, fuel of automobiles. CH4 is called the methane gas. Methane and butane gas is used as a natural LPG gases. Methane, that is the methane, butane. You have to remember that is the next chemical properties. Alkanes are generally inert toward the acids, bases, oxidizing and reducing agents. However, they undergo the following under certain conditions. Substitution reaction. Halogenation. In the presence of sunlight, UV light, alkanes react with the chlorine. It gives the alkyl halides. In the presence of light, methane react with the chlorine and undergo substitution with the chlorine atoms, successively forming the mono, di, tri, and tetrachloromethane respectively. So that is the substitution reaction. This is the sequence order you have to remember. Methane react with the chlorine, elimination of HCl from these reagents, reactants, elimination of reactant methyl chloride. అట్లా లాస్ట్ కార్బన్ టెట్రాక్లోరైడ్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఉన్నంత వరకు ఎలిమినేషన్ జరుగుతుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ ద సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ రియాక్షన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Halogenation of alkanes take place in the free radical mechanism. It involves the three-step chain propagation, chain initiation, chain propagation, chain termination reaction. Chain initiation, in the presence of sunlight, chlorine molecule undergoes the homolysis to form the chloride free radical. So chain propagation, chlorine free radical attacked with the methane molecule, breaking one of CH bonds and generated the methyl free radical with formation. The steps A and B are repeated several times, making the reaction is the chain reaction. The chain termination, when the two free radicals directly combine the chain reaction, that is called termination. Example చూసినాం. chlorine, methyl, methane. Combustion. Alkanes on heating the presence of air, dioxygen are completely oxidized to carbon dioxide and water with evaluation of large amount of heat. The general combustion చూస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ. General formula CnH2n plus 2, 3n plus 1 by 2 O2, NCO2n plus 1 H2O. హైడ్రోకార్బన్స్ వేడి చేస్తేనంటే మనకు కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ వాటర్ వస్తుంది. ఎన్ని మోల్స్ అనేది దీన్ని ఉపయోగించి కనుక్కోవచ్చు. ఎట్ హై ప్రెషర్ అండ్ ద ప్రజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ సూటబుల్ క్యాటలిస్ట్ గివ్ ద వెరైటీ ఆఫ్ ద ఆక్సిడేషన్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్, మిథనాల్ అండ్ మిథనాల్. Aromatization. In alkanes having the 6 or more number carbon atoms heating 773 kelvins at 220 atmosphere pressure in the presence of oxides on vanadium, molybdenum, chromium supported on the aluminum get the dehydrated cyclized the benzene and it's known as it homologens. This reaction is known as aromatization or reforming. So hexane, chromic oxide, vanadium oxide, molybdenum oxide తోటి చర్యలో వస్తే బెంజిన్ ఏర్పడుతుంది. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. పైరాలసిస్. Higher alkanes on heating to a higher temperature decompose its lower alkanes. C6H4 నుంచి నీకు C6H12, C4H8, C3H6 కాంపౌండ్స్, C2H4 మీథేన్ అనేది వస్తున్నాయి. So conformation. This isomerism arises due to the rotation of C carbon C single bond C bonds in the alkanes. Such a special arrangement of the atoms which can be converted into the another by the rotation of CC rotation single bond called conformation. Ethane molecule C2H6 contain the carbon single bonds with each carbon atom attached to their hydrogen atoms. Considering a ball and stick of ethane, keep one carbon atom which respected to the hydrogen atom attached to the other carbon atom. These are called conformational isomerism. Thus these are infinite the number of carbon atoms of ethane. Hydrogen atoms attached to the carbon as close together the possible the called eclipsed conformation. Other in which the hydrocarbon atom has the part of the possible known as staggered. Ethane eclipsed and the staggered conformation can be represented as those Sahars and Newman projection formulas. So Sahars is the projection of ethane eclipsed and staggered. Newman projection is the eclipsed and staggered. This is the information about the alkanes. So you have to remember alkanes. This is the first year organic chemistry hydrocarbons alkanes topics. This is the